joined this virtual meeting to observe Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas, which is celebrated on Wednesday, first Wednesday of every month. Okay. So before we start this, let us watch a video first. I hope all are girls here and no one has joined with a fake name. No boy has joined with a fake name. Though it doesn't matter, everyone can see this and train to their family members at home. Okay, so watch this and then we'll continue. Is it audible?
Whoa! You have just received a present!
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your first smartphone! Did you know you can do tons of things with a smartphone? One of the coolest things is that you can go on the internet. The internet is an amazing place to find new friends like you from all over the world. You can play games, listen to music, send text messages, and learn lots of things. But there are rules on the internet that should be followed. Every time you send a message to a friend, it's like delivering the message in person. Everything you write online is the same as a face-to-face conversation. Virtual is real. When you express yourself, remember that the words you use represent you. You are what you communicate. Take great care with everything you share online, like information and photos about you and your friends. If you have any doubts, always ask an adult for help. Share with care. Don't forget that sometimes it's best to turn it off and spend quality time with your friends and family. And always remember to be mindful of how much time you spend using your phone. Ask an adult to help you set up time limits. Be careful when sharing pictures and information online. They can be easily shared by others, and they can remain online for a very long time. Be yourself, especially when you communicate with other people online. The words you use represent you. Put your phone out of your reach when you are studying. It will help you to be more focused. When you enjoy time with your friends and family, there is no need to use the phone, so sometimes it's better to turn it off. Don't you agree? Hi, Hannah. You're spending time online, aren't you? I understand. There's so much interesting stuff. And chatting with your friends on social media is so much fun. Sometimes, though, we need to be careful, because with our behavior, we could hurt other people.
What do you mean?
Let's do a little test, okay? In the school WhatsApp group, someone sends an embarrassing photo of your friend. How do you react?
Hey guys, that's not funny. Why don't we delete the photo?
Virtual is real. In a chat with a friend, as a joke, you use a not-so-nice word and your friend gets upset. What's your reaction?
He is overreacting. He should have a laugh. I should put myself in his shoes. I know that it was a mistake, and I'll say sorry.
Words have consequences. A friend tells you about one of her weaknesses, and you really want to share it with others online.
This is so funny. I'm gonna post it. Can you imagine how many likes I can get? I am old enough to understand when it's right to post something or not. And this time, it's best not to.
Silence says something too. Well done, Hannah. Remember that the way we behave is crucial to fight against cyberbullying. Remember, be a friend, not a bystander. If you come across offensive videos or messages, tell the bullies to stop. If you keep quiet, you empower them. Your actions can make the difference. Remember that words have consequences, and what you say online can have consequences in real life. Respect your friend's privacy. How would you feel if a friend shared something embarrassing about you? It's better to ask consent before posting. Use the available tools. Most social media apps allow you to block people or report the problem to the service. If you are bullied, you can always use these tools. If you witness something online that you don't like or that could hurt you or a friend, remember that you can always talk to an adult.
Today is my birthday. I'm gonna post a story.
Let's meet outside school.
Happy birthday!
Selfie?
Yeah!
Hey guys, let's shoot some hoops. Basketball court at 4.
I'll be waiting for you at my place to celebrate. This is my address and my phone number.
Happy birthday, David! You're very popular, aren't you? You have lots of friends. You use chats and social media all the time. They know everything about you. What you like, when your birthday is, who your friends are, the sport you play. But they could also know your phone number and where you live. Have you ever thought that what you share online could be read by someone that is not so much of a friend? Always remember to take great care with the personal information and photos that you share online. Share with care. Now let's go celebrate. Your friends are waiting for you. Remember, pictures and information that you post or send can be easily reshared by others, so they could remain online for a very long time. Be careful when posting. Don't share phone numbers, addresses, or personal details. This information could be misused by others. Always check your privacy settings of the apps you use. It's important to know what people can see or who can contact you. When signing into a website or social media, ask an adult for help and advice. Choose a difficult password and share it only with your parents. Take great care with everything you share online. If you have any doubts, always ask an adult for help.
No, I can't believe it. I have to share this.
Wow, so many likes. What have you shared?
Look at this. It's so cool. I'll share it as well.
Groundbreaking, eating 1 kilo of chocolate a day boosts your memory? Where did you see that?
A friend from school has shared it with me. Not sure where she has seen it.
Did you double-check this information before sharing it?
What do you mean?
On the internet and social media, there are lots of news stories that are not real, and they are called fake news. Sometimes they are posted just to make people laugh, other times to get more likes or harm someone or something.
Come on. At the end of the day, it's just a post on social media. Look at all these likes.
But it's a lie. It's only chocolate we're talking about, but next time it could be you. Think about it. Always remember that. Virtual is real.
But I've only shared it online.
I know, but it's important to be able to spot fake news, especially before sharing it online. Share with care.
And how do you do that?
It's not difficult. You just need to follow a few rules. Would you like me to tell you about them?
I'm all ears.
Let's try something. You have just received this message from a friend. According to an American university, younger siblings tend to be funnier than their older siblings. Lucky you! You're the youngest. I wonder if it's true. Would you double check it, or you just trust your friend and share it? Great! You're reading a post which reports large, exaggerated numbers. Wow, that's a really big number. I wonder if this is true. Would you double check it, or you trust the source and share it? Well done. Good job. Someone shares this article. Groundbreaking. Eating 1 kilo of chocolate a day boosts your memory. Science says so. But is this really true? What would you do? Would you double check it or share it? Good job. Well done, Jasmine. Now you are an expert at telling the difference between fake and real news.
Now I know how to do it. I'll let my friends know that the news about the chocolate was fake, and I'll delete the post. More fake news! I'm definitely not going to share this.
And remember, not all you read on the internet is true. Here are some tips for you. Every time you come across some news you find interesting, don't read just the headlines. Read all the way through, and make sure the date and author's name are clearly stated. This way, you'll avoid making a mistake. If the headline involves exaggerated numbers or words like important, incredible, you can't imagine, and you also find grammar errors, be careful and check that other sites or newspapers have also reported similar news. If you don't find anything, then it's fake news. If the news comes to you by word of mouth, ask an adult to verify together with you that it is true. Whoever sent it to you may not have double-checked it, but you can. When you share fake news, you spread the word and make more people believe that it could be true. Remember that your actions can make a difference. Think about it before clicking share. What if someone you knew actually did start to consume a kilo of chocolate a day?
Do you want to find out more about parole ostili? Check the link on the video.
Okay, so I think you all have seen it. Isn't it interesting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm sure you all have enjoyed watching this video, and also it was a brainstorming for you all. You would have come to know or understood that how you can use the technology in a responsible way, especially the punchline share with care. Every month, children, we celebrate this Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas with different classes or on different topics of cyber safety. This month, we are conducting an awareness program on cyber safety for girls, and you all are here to observe this. Children, you all know that women are often the soft target for the fraudsters. They are being harassed, stalked, and threatened in the virtual world. Though knowing about safety is important for everyone, after all, awareness is the key, and everyone must engage in responsible internet surfing. There are various situations where, knowingly or unknowingly, we may get trapped to these people. So, let us see some of the situations where see few sketches pointing to how a person or a girl falls prey to these online fraudsters. Okay, so let me just share this. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, children. So, first of all, as you all have seen, the responsible use of technology, right? Then let us see the eye-opening sketches to ensure online safety of girls. As you can see this sketch, I'm sure you're able to see and read like there is a situation or there are instances when we go to mobile recharge
Only
shops.
we are
Okay.
able to see the first slide and not the sketch actually. Like it's written on the slide, eye-opening sketches to ensure online safety of girls. Only that and not the sketch.
Okay, just a second.
Ma'am will play it.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible now.
Okay. So, as you can see that there is a girl who goes to a mobile shop to recharge for some amount, and the shopkeeper says that the server is down and he will do it in a while. After a half an hour, again the message goes to Meena that rupees 500 has been credited to her account. And she goes back to the shop. Just a second, if I can do it in a slideshow view, then you'll be able to see it properly. Okay, so yeah. Now, as you can see, what has happened. She again goes back to the shop and says that she does not have rupees 450 to pay him. Akhil says he will collect later. Then again, their texting starts. Akhil proposes Meena and promises to be by her side and for entire life, and all the fake, messages and sayings. Now she's very happy. Mina is very happy. Finally, they spend a day together. Okay, and after that, the boy breaks up with her. Now he blackmails her with dire consequences of making her videos viral. You take care. So this is a situation like whenever you go to a mobile recharge shop, be careful. Okay, don't leave your phone there, or just give your number just like that, or don't get entrapped. Okay, in their sayings, what do they say? So this was one of the situations. The second is keylogger. What is a keylogger? Children, this is a system where the program records your keystroking. Like if it is in your system or in your phone, whatever keys you press, okay, it captures, it records those keys, right? And suppose you're entering a password or some important information into your phone, it records those also, right? Like there is an example. You can see that Anusha and Pooja are best friends and share the same room in their PG. They work for the same multinational company. Incidentally, both of them end up having a big time crush on their boss Vivek. See, you can see. Without wasting any time, Pooja proposes Vivek and he accepts. They start dating each other. Anusha is heartbroken. She wants to teach Pooja a lesson that she would remember for life. She installs keylogger soft spyware on Pooja's laptop to snoop on her activities, and the other girl is unaware of it. So photos shared, private chats, emails, and browsing history is now available to Anusha. Now, Anusha emails those things to Pooja's parents so that she may get humiliated or scolding, and then uh, uploads their private photos on social media via fake profile to take revenge. Now Vivek is shocked. They break up, and Pooja is now all shattered. Vivek thinks that this has been done by Pooja, right? So Pooja regrets for not locking her PC with the password and installing an antivirus program which would have protected her. So this is how a keylogger works. There are various situations, children, like knowingly and unknowingly we get trapped into it. Next is the SMS or call spoofing. What is that? In this situation, what happened? There are various apps which are used, okay, and the sender does not have any, authority or any access that the number can be changed. Like the other person is using your number or your own ID, or sending messages to that person by changing voice. If it is a call spoofing, by changing the voice, okay, in your name, and they're asking for money, they're asking for some important information, okay, and the other person at the end does not know that you are not the real one. Like number तुम्हारा है, they are thinking कि तुम कर रहे हो, but actually it's someone else. You would have heard about many calls, random calls, where they say that हम आपके रिश्तेदार बोल रहे हैं, and actually this has happened in many places. Or accident हो गया है, or some messages goes that mom please transfer some money in my friend's account, and the mother sees the number. She thinks that okay, this number is of my son only, and she transfers the money. When she talks to her son, the son says ki, no, I have not sent any message regarding this. So there are certain apps with the help of which these kind of fake, things or frauds can be done. The next is cyber stalking. Stalking, you all know, children, what is stalking? Stalking is when you harass people. The same thing when you do it with the help of internet, you do it online. This is known as cyber stalking. Okay, so you can see here, Juveria is an NRI, completed her schooling from US and now in India to pursue her engineering. She lives life to the fullest. Whatever she did, she would upload on social media. Oh yes, like you children have the habit of uploading everything. The kind of DP you put, okay, sometimes it is really horrible. You're not supposed to make such faces or make some make some actions and upload photos like that, but you do it. So see what happened. She would upload on social media. Oh yes, she had 10K plus followers. She used the check-in features to update her whereabouts, her life, and minimum privacy. In the video also you would have seen that he was sending his address, his phone numbers to everyone, right? And anyone can be, take advantage of those personal information or details. One day she decides to go on Goa on the solo trip. She updates her plans on her wall with itinerary. Kiran, a stalker, used to keep track of all her details. He was a habitual offender and was out on bail recently. He was a criminal. He takes a bus to Goa and texts Juveria from his hotel and expresses his desire to meet her. After checking out his profile, Juveria blocks him, unaware about what fate had planned for her shortly. As Kiran had an itinerary, he follows her to the beach and molests her when there was no one around. Kiran escapes. Juveria is feeling terrible and regrets for uploads, updates, and posts on social media. Take care. Right? So there are various examples like this, which, you know, see this another one. Picture morphing. What is picture morphing? When, you know, fake like face is yours and body is someone else's, and such kind of fake profiles are created, photos are sent to anyone. That is picture morphing. Aishwarya is a happy girl, 18 years old, living in Mumbai. She always clicked photos and uploaded on Insta, also was crazy about TikTok. She used to get 1,000 likes and 100 comments for every pic posted. One day she gets a request from a random guy. She accepts. The guy Aaron follows her while she is on her way to college and proposes to her. Ashwarya outrightly rejects his proposal and shouts at him. Aryan goes back home, downloads her pictures, and morphed her with naked body. He sends it to his friends and uploads on random websites with her phone number. Ashwarya is depressed and regrets for uploading her clear photos on social media and accepting random requests. So you have to be vigilant. Many news you would have seen in the TVs, like the girls are stabbed on the roads, right? So you have to be careful while you are uploading something, you are sharing something with anyone. Then profile hacking. In profile hacking, what happens? Your identity is stolen by someone else. Tanuja loves going to the cyber to surf the web. One day she was surfing her Facebook and her Gmail was open in the other window. She gets SOS call from home that her grandfather is admitted in some hospital. She rushes to the hospital. After all, she loved her grandfather, and unknowingly what happened, she has not closed her Gmail as well as her FB. Upon reaching the hospital, Tanuja gets two alerts on her phone. Gmail and FB passwords are reset. Someone has changed her passwords. Now, Tanuja realizes she had not logged out of the system. Thus, her accounts got compromised. Remember to always log out while using public computers. Use virtual keyboard while entering passwords and other sensitive information. Avoid free Wi-Fi at restaurants, airports, public places, etc. Use VPN whenever necessary. Like we feel happy, like in the station it is free of cost, in the airport it is free of cost. But be careful while using your free Wi-Fi. Then the next is job call letter. What happens? Like you have completed your courses and you have not got placement, or maybe you have uploaded your CV or resume to any site, any Naukri.com or something like that. Okay, and you get calls from there that okay, you can join the job here. The package is this and that, and then you are called for interview in a particular hotel or in some place. Okay, she was directed to suit room where she saw many job aspirants doing their last minute preparations. It was Nishita's turn. Before the interview began, she was offered a drink by the butler. Shortly, she felt dizzy. And what happened? Nishita does not remember anything that happened after she drank. She was on bed without clothes. She was exploited. And then she was exploited, maybe for money, maybe again for humiliating her or calling her, or so many things can be done. She may be blackmailed to do some other work, to take drugs from one place to another, or do some illegal work, right? If your weakness is with someone, they can exploit it in any way. Then deep fakes. Now what are these deep fakes? As you can see, an MBBS student. She and John are in relationship since 3 years. Okay, and she was a regular content creator on TikTok and Instagram. Used to upload at least 2 posts a day. They had a fight. Okay, her senior Arjun gets to know, someone else gets to know that these two who were in relationship had broke up, and then Arjun takes the opportunity and proposes to Janet. She agrees but later regrets for dumping John. Within a week, she breaks up with Arjun and gets back to John after seeking forgiveness. Now, Arjun is irritated and infuriated. Okay, so now with Instagram photos and TikToks, what does he do? He Arjun creates deepfakes using artificial intelligence and other tools. The deepfakes video created showed Janet indulging in adultery with multiple partners. It was made viral on social media. Okay, it was someone else, but it seemed that she is the same girl. So most of them who received the video believed it. Janet is now terrified for uploading clear photos and videos on social media. So children, you have to be very careful. Dating website, very common these days. Rashmi is a first year MBBS student. She was recently crowned as Miss Fresher. She used to always talk to her friends online, but she was bored of talking to the same people. One day she registers on Tinder and starts swiping left and right. She happens to come across Shats, a very good looking. They talk to each other continuously. They had candlelight dinners. After a couple of days, Shats tells Rashmi that he urgently needs 2 lakhs as officers have frozen his account. She thinks that he is a genuine guy. Okay. She sells her gold chain and gives him the money. Shats block her, and after taking the money, the person with whom she was dating blocks her. Later, through one of her friends, she gets to know that Shats was a married man and he used to con women like this. She regrets trusting the stranger through dating sites and for sending her private pics and videos. Stay alert. Okay, so these are the things as you are seeing various examples. Then camera hacking. Camera hacking is very common, children. You know, you give your camera to someone else. Okay, the photographs are taken without consent. Photos with no camera guard can be exploited for such criminal activities. Social trolling. I'm sure you all know the meaning of trolling. What is trolling? This is a common word which is very much familiar. Can anyone give me the meaning or some explanation about trolling? What is trolling?
Exploited. Passing bad opinions.
Yeah. Basically, it is causing humiliation publicly, right? Publicly, you are saying some bad things, some nuisance to someone, and the things get, reposted or retweeted continuously and getting viral. Are you getting? So this is trolling. What happens? Shruti is a simple girl hailing from a middle class family. She believes in moral and ethics. The two students in college where she studied were mostly carefree types and fashion freaks. Every day they would pull her legs, call her by names, and make her feel miserable. Okay. Then Rohan, the most famous boy, in the college, called Shruti in a gawar and told her to go back to her village. Shruti decided to put a full stop to this menace. She gains courage and asks him to get lost and mind his business. Irritated, Rohan goes back home and edits adult jokes with Shruti's name and forwards it to his friends. Also makes a troll page of Shruti, uploads memes and funny videos of her. Shruti becomes a laughing stock and now wishes to discontinue her studies. Shruti later realizes she should have informed the authorities in college and lodged a complaint in the women's police station. Yes. Whatever happens with you children, I'm just personal advice that please share your everyday details with your mother or your father with whom you are very, free or, it's easy for you to share things. कभी भी ये मत सोचना कि उसको ये पता चल जाएगा और ये होगा तो मुझे बुरा लगेगा और कुछ भी, या मम्मी को पता चलेगा तो मम्मी डांटेगी. Keep this in your mind. If you are, you know, doing something and not sharing it with your parents, it is not correct. Then only you are hiding it from them. And these things which is not in your hand, you are getting harassed, someone is, molesting you, or someone is irritating you or hurting you, or to always try to share it with your parents, because they are the only one who will help you without any benefit out of it. They'll always be there with you to help you. कभी भी कोई चीज अपने अंदर लेकर मत रखना कि यू आर गेटिंग फीलिंग लोनलीनेस, और यू आर गेटिंग हर्ट, और यू आर गेट फीलिंग डिप्रेस्ड, एंड you think that what my mother will think, what my father will think if I share all this. Never ever think about this. They are the only one who will help you, who will support you, who will stand by you in every problem which you face. Okay, so next, let us continue with the next one. 15th is fake matrimonial profiles. Yes, of course, these are also places where people, get cheated every time. When there are situations where girls or boys, they upload their profiles, they are honest, they want to get married, but there are people also who are frauds and who try to make money out of it, or you know uh, have some other interests of uploading their profiles here. As you can see, one example, this sketch tells you about Fatima, a spinster, works as an engineer. Her parents are on the lookout for a groom. She had registered on many matrimonial sites hoping to find a groom. She gets an inbox message from a 30-year-old male expressing interest. Her search reveals him as an Indian IRS officer working in Bangalore and hailing from a wealthy family. They start exchanging texts, they call each other. He was a charmer and she falls for him. To make her believe, he showed her his ID, login details on the website, photos of his family, friends, etc. One day he told her he has got suspended from job because some politicians never liked him. He wanted money to get back his job. He hands over his passport, ID, and other documents for safekeeping. She transfers 5 lakhs to his account to help him during his difficult times. Obviously, it happens, no? When you're engaged to someone, your parents know about him, so you would like to help him, support him. It happens. But you have to be careful. A week later, she reads in the newspaper he was arrested for cheating many women through matrimonial website. So before transferring money to anyone, before trusting anyone, you have to be very careful, know the details about him clearly. Then the next is mobile repair shop. It happens with us. The mobile is not working properly. Straight away, we go to the shops and try to give the mobile phone. We try to get it rectified. Tanvi was a selfie addict. She had the latest flagship Android phone with epic clarity camera. She had clicked many candid pictures, some private photos with her boyfriend, and a few with roommates in the hostel. One day she accidentally drops the phone and she is unable to switch it on, in spite of trying everything possible. She visits an unauthorized mobile shop and asks him to repair. She also tells him not to check her data, which he obliges. She thought her photos and other data are safe as she had locked them with the pattern code. Hardly did she know that pattern or passcodes can be easily broken with hacking softwares. The shopkeeper, after repairing the phone, accesses her gallery and keeps a copy of the photos. After a few days, she gets a call from the one or her relative mentioning that her photos are viral and getting shared in many groups. Tanvi regrets for clicking such photos and keeping them in her phone. She is unable to face her family and society now. So this happens. The next is fake profile with sextortion. Now, what is this? Janvi wanted to buy clothes for her birthday. She visits a garment shop with a friend. And this, children, you know about this. You have heard so many stories or instances about this, and you have to be very careful. So she is in dilemma to which one to finalize. So she takes them all to the changing room. Hardly she did, she knew that the room had two-way mirrors with camera after fitted on the other side. A few days later, her friends call her up to find out why she had opened another FB account. To her surprise, when she checks that profile, it has her regular DP, but inside the gallery, all her private photos. She reports the profile online and is not ready to complain to the police. She waits, but all in vain. See, she reports the profile, but she is not complaining it to the police. If she would have complained, that person would have been caught. After a few days, she gets a call from an international number asking her to meet him or face consequences. She ignores the caller. He later starts sending her photos to her friends and family via the fake account. Janvi now decides to report to the police, but the damage has already been done. So you have to take decision in proper time. Cyber vultures. Mrs. Lobo is a widow hailing from a middle class family. She has two daughters. One of her relatives convinced her to invest all her savings amount into a Ponzi scheme for higher returns. What are these Ponzi schemes? These are, they are fraud people, and these tell you, these promise you to invest. These are fraud investing scams. They promise high rate of return. Like if you, they promise you that okay, if you give us 5 lakhs, within 2 years it will be 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs. They'll give you high level of return, जो कि नॉर्मल बैंक में नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो उनको लगता है कि अच्छा यहाँ से हमें बहुत ज्यादा पैसे मिलेंगे, we'll get more money, so let us try to have it. हर किसी को आसानी से पैसा मिलता है, तो उनको लगता है कि हमें मिल जाए वो चीज, राइट? तो they are thinking that okay, तो इसी में वो फंस जाते हैं. She also ended up investing her husband's insurance amount into the, जितने भी पैसे थे सारे पैसे लगा दिए वहां पे. ठीक है. Then what happens? One day she realizes the company directors have fled and she believes she has lost all her money. A hacker manages to get the database of all those who had invested by gaining access to the server. He calls investors individually, assures them they will get the amount back if they give him 30% of the amount received. Mrs. Loba agrees for the offer. He requests for UPI, code, ATM, and account number. Mrs. Lobo was shocked to see the only amount she had, rupees 2 lakh, was debited by the hacker in no time. So जो था वो भी चला गया. The amount was transferred to a shady e-wallet company which refuses to comply with the investigation agencies. Be sure of random calls. So children, it is, you have to be very careful. Okay. Then the next is juice jacking. Now, what is this? Many a times what happens, we are going somewhere or in the train or in the airports or on the railway stations, you find that there are, in the restaurants you find that there are wires, and you see your battery is low and you plug in your phone with that particular charger, right? So what happens there? Nidhi is a wedding planner. Her life was all about coordinating with her vendors. She always made sure that every wedding that she planned was flawless and memorable. She used to call her vendors and all. She was traveling to somewhere, and she used to spend a lot of time in the airport. So she used to charge it at the free charging stations at the airport. She could figure out that her phone was slower and hotter. What happened? कभी कभी ऐसा फील होता है कि फोन जो है वो गर्म हो गया और स्लो हो गया है. क्या होता है? Scanning with antivirus showed presence of dangerous malware that reduced performance. Malware was injected into her phone by a charging cable at charging stations. So confidential photos and videos were stolen from the phone via juice jacking. You take care. Online radicalization. Now, what is this? Reshma was a simple girl. Okay. Basically, these means the terrorist propagandas and how someone's mind can be brainwashed. Okay, mind washed, and can be used to do some bad work. As you can see here, she was a simple girl. She had completed her engineering. Her parents did not want her to work after her studies. They got married. Her husband took her along with him to Africa, but she did not get a job there. She was at home all alone, and she used to spend most of her time online. Obviously, we need to do something to spend our time. So once she came across a post. Upon clicking, she entered into a website with weird images and posts. She received emails from that website and later started regular conversation with their leader. He was successful in planting their ideology into her innocent mind, also delivered the weapons to her home. After reciting the prayers, the next day she explodes herself in a mall in seek of heaven. Her husband and family were shell shocked. They were clueless about this covert online radicalization, as you can see. There are maybe other, problems, children, like Wi-Fi hacking. If the password of your Wi-Fi at your home is not strong, it can be accessed by anyone, your neighbors, your friends. The same Wi-Fi, the internet data can be used for some illegal work, okay, and you will be in trouble. There can be debit card cloning, okay. The debit cards can be cloned with the help of some scheming devices, okay. Duplicate card is created and people can use it. Then ransomware, okay, it encrypts victims' files and demands money to give access. आपके सिस्टम पे वो आके इंस्टॉल होता है थ्रू एनी वायरस, थ्रू एनी मेल, ओके, और आपके पूरे सिस्टम के डेटा को वो एनक्रिप्ट कर देता है, राइट, एनक्रिप्ट कर देता है, और फिर आपको वो कॉल करता है कि आप हमें कुछ पैसे दो, तब हम उसका डिक्रिप्शन की आपको देंगे। आप पैसे देते हो क्योंकि आपका डेटा इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको डेटा चाहिए, ठीक है, और आप पैसे देते हो, बट उसके बावजूद भी वो आपको डिक्रिप्शन की नहीं देता है। Then you play online games. There were many games you would have heard that were dangerous. आपको हर गेम के एंड पे एक डेयर दिया जाता था जिसमें you were hurting yourself, टैटू बनाते थे, और finally you were ending it with the suicide or end of your life. Many games were there, isn't it? What was the game? One game was there, no, very popular, which is banned.
Ma'am, something shark.
Blue whale, yes, blue whale game. Then fake reviews, like if any product is there online, you want to see, अच्छा ये सस्ते में मिल रहा है, इसका reviews क्या है, हम पढ़ते हैं, तो fake reviews are also generated to sell the things, ठीक है? So you have to be very careful. So at the end, there are some cyber safety tips for women, like don't share your passwords to anyone, don't leave your webcam connected all the time, like it may take, जो कैमरा हैकिंग मैंने बताया, इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि वेबकैम आपको ओपन है ऑल द टाइम, तो कोई भी अगर स्पाईवेयर आपके सिस्टम पे है, तो आपके उस कैमरा की मदद से जो कंटिन्यूअसली उस रूम में चल रहा है, जहां पर भी है ये, उसको कैप्चर करता रहता है। तो आप फ्लैप बंद करके रखो, या आपका फोन है तो उसमें फ्लिप कवर्स ऐसे रखो जो कैमरा जिससे कवर्ड रहे, ठीक है। डोंट शेयर मोर देन नेसेसरी, जरूरत से ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन कभी भी शेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है। डोंट मीट ऑनलाइन एक्वेंटेंसेस अलोन, किसी से आप अगर ऑनलाइन किसी से दोस्ती कर रहे हो, या जैसे मैट्रिमोनियल साइट से आप किसी से मिल रहे हो, तो कभी भी अकेले मिलने मत जाओ। रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम पब्लिशिंग पर्सनल सेंसिटिव इन्फॉर्मेशन, अपना एड्रेस, अपना फोन नंबर, अपना डिटेल्स कभी भी ऑनलाइन जो है वो सबमिट पब्लिश नहीं करोगे, राइट। Then secure your device with antivirus software. Always install antivirus in your system and keep on updating it time to time. Block people you don't want to interact with. Avoid checking email account at cyber cafes. किसी भी cyber cafe में अपना email account को check करने के लिए avoid करो, और अगर ऐसी जरूरत पड़ रही है कि आपको करना पड़ रहा है, तो make sure that you have logged out properly from the system. और घर आकर के एक बार उसका पासवर्ड जरूर चेंज करो। Realize all online activity leaves a trace. आप सोचते हो कि हम कुछ भी अपलोड कर रहे हैं, हर एक एक्टिविटी अपना निशान जो है वो छोड़ता है, राइट। सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल लाइक व्हाट यू आर डूइंग ऑनलाइन। अगर आप कुछ सर्च भी कर रहे हो तो वो कहीं ना कहीं रजिस्टर या रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है। रिव्यू बिफोर पोस्टिंग, कुछ भी पोस्ट करने से पहले एक बार उसको रिव्यू जरूर करो कि आपने लिखा कुछ है, पोस्ट तो कुछ और नहीं हो गया, या कुछ और स्पेलिंग तो नहीं हो गया, या कोई और फोटो तो नहीं हो गया, तो पोस्ट करने से पहले जरूर रिव्यू करो। There is no such things as freebies. कुछ भी फ्री अवेलेबल नहीं है, everything has a cost. Okay, so don't be a victim of cybercrime, children. Right? So, children, now you all know that cyber safety is an important set of rules or guidelines to be followed while using the internet. If you are not careful, you can very easily end up having your identity stolen, credit ruined, and your files gone forever. Okay, so at the end, just I would like to say remember that prevention is better than cure, and be ready to fight this war against cybercrime. Stay safe online. So now, children, I would like you to write your feedback in the chat box. If any suggestions you feel, that also please share so that we can, you know, update ourselves, or if you think that okay, we can do some more changes related to it. So please give your feedback in the chat box. Nivedita ma'am, other teachers, if you want to share something or add to it.
Everything you have explained, but something I was about to introduce, but everything you have explained, and otherwise also what I can tell more than you, but it was really informative for us also. And I think, I hope children will be careful in future, because right now we can't think about our life without internet, so you need to be very much careful. But it was really very informative and very easy to understand. Thank you, Shweta ma'am. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you, ma'am. Sangeeta ma'am, you want to say something?
हाँ श्वेता, इट इज़ वेरी गुड, बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेटिव था एंड बहुत अच्छा लगा। और कहना ये है कि जो भी तुमने पॉइंट्स दिए हैं बच्चों को उसको ध्यान देना चाहिए, बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। जैसे तुमने वो एक एग्जाम्पल कोट किया वो फॉरेनर का, जुवेरिया का।
Yes, ma'am.
तो बच्चों को ये वाला तो कुछ ज्यादा ही सभी कुछ ध्यान में रखना है, एक पर्टिकुलर तो नहीं, सब कुछ ही ध्यान में रखना है।
Yes, ma'am.
और कुछ
मैंने
लोग
कोशिश, हाँ,
यहाँ पे
मैंने
जितने
वही
भी लोग
कोशिश
मौजूद
किया।
हैं स्टूडेंट्स में, उनको पता होगा कि
हाँ श्वेता,
Yes, ma'am.
जो
जितना तुम ये भी
तुमने
थी।
दिखाया, जो भी
हाँ
प्रेजेंट किया वो कितना मायने रखता है, क्योंकि दे आर बिल्कुल बहुत जरूरी है। थैंक यू सो मच इतना अच्छा ये बताने के लिए।
Thank you,
और
ma'am.
एग्जाम्पल में जितना भी बताइए बच्चों के एज के हिसाब से बहुत ही अच्छा था। जो बच्चों को जानकारी होनी चाहिए वो उस लेवल, बच्चों के लेवल पर भी बहुत ही अच्छा था। हम लोग तो सीखे ही, बच्चे के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा था। और सच में सब कुछ ऐसा हो गया है कि कहीं भी कुछ भी छुपा नहीं रहता है। हम लोग को लगता है कि भाई ये तो मेरे तक है, लेकिन मेरे तक नहीं रहता है। इंटरनेट पे जो भी करो वो समझो कि पूरे सबके लिए ओपन हो जाता है। तो थैंक यू, हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिला और बच्चों को भी बहुत ही लाभदायक होगा।
थैंक यू मैम। कोशिश यही की है कि वैसे पॉइंट्स ही उठाएं जो उनके काम का था। पॉइंट्स तो और भी बहुत सारे थे, बट कोशिश किया कि जो अभी इन लोग जिस चीज से गुजर रहे हैं और जो फेस कर रहे हैं उन पॉइंट्स को ज्यादा उठाएं ताकि इनको रिलेट कर सके।
बच्चों को तो और अच्छा लगा होगा।
Monoshri, would you like to say something? Has she left?
Aditi
Singh,
you want to say
yes,
something?
Aditi Singh. Anyone from you all? Astha, Aditi.
So it was very much informative, and I've also recently followed many of the cybercrime series and episodes. So it was kind of relatable with all the stories that we hear around, and definitely we will take caution before anything, and prevention is better than before we get into the trouble.
And we will learn from you also. You means the students, we teachers. You have been very much helpful at times. So
Would like to
teach
hear
us.
from Ashka also. If you want to add something to it, or I mean, what was your experience for today's seminar?
Ma'am, it was very nice. You gave useful information that we can practically use. I just want to say that I personally am not on any social media sites.
Very good, very good. See, it's not about not doing it, but we have to be careful. If we can avoid it, very good. Okay, children?
Ma'am, it's not that every time we are using social media for fun. Sometimes it's for gaining informations also. But there are people who chase us even if we are doing something good also.
Yeah.
So now after your information, we take care and tell other people also that how to be safe in this social media world.
Okay. Okay, so this was good. Thank you, children. You also participated and you were with me completely. So thank you so much to everyone. Thank you, teachers. आप लोग भी साथ में रहे और मुझे भी बहुत सपोर्ट मिला आप लोगों के रहने से. So now we can bind up this.
बिल्कुल हाँ बिल्कुल हम लोग तो रहते ही something informative was going to be explained by you.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you, children. Now you can leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.